Hello, today I want to quickly share something I made in 5 minutes by request of ilmango. He wanted a falling block that would behave same as a redstone block so that it emits power on its own. Now of course you could just do this with normal sand, but with normal sand, gravel, falling blocks. But just for fun, just for messing around with it, because there are some uniquenesses to this. He wanted me to make this. I made it in probably a little less than 2 minutes. I copied over 3 lines of code and wrote another fourth. It's literally as simple as that. Only modified the sand class, and I basically made it so that red sandstone will emit a redstone signal and behave pretty much like redstone blocks. Now, simply just because of the way the interface, the block interface is built, I can't really distinguish between normal sand and red sand when it comes to their curving of redstone, basically. So normal sand will curve redstone even though it won't actually emit a signal ever. And also normal signal can't pass through normal sand, and this is actually something I learned in the process of this. Apparently, well, technically, of course, this sort of a thing will power this redstone just because the redstone block emits a signal, but apparently this repeater has no influence over this redstone because it checks if the block can provide power. There's a function called can provide power. If it can provide power, then it doesn't check power behind it and just checks the power emitted by the block itself. So that's just something interesting to note. Probably not useful at all in any way to the vanilla game. But yeah, just thought I'd share this with you guys if anyone wants to mess with this. And yeah, I just made it for red sandstone. I didn't really want to invest more than 2 minutes into this. This is just really just for fun, for messing around with it. Maybe there will be some interesting possibilities. Maybe even for slimestone tech, like make a flying machine with a power block that's movable and has gravity. Maybe that's useful in some obscure way. I don't know. Anyway, here's just a couple things I've noticed while trying to very rushedly find an example of where this has some interesting behavior. So, just, yeah, it's just interesting. And also, if I move this up here, another interesting thing is if I remove this block, it'll send an update to this piston, which won't do anything. Then it'll send an update to this, which will schedule a tau tick. It'll start falling 2 game ticks later, and then it'll land and send an update to this piston. But by then, the block will already be solidified over here and send power to it. So, long story short, this piston will stay extended. Yeah. Well, it seems kind of uninteresting because nothing's happening, but I just find this pretty interesting. Also, yeah, the fact that, well, this is kind of predictable, but still, it's interesting behavior. I don't know. Yep, so download link is in the description. Again, there's this weird thing over here where the sand both curves the dust and power doesn't actually go through it as normal, but if you wanted something in this place, then you could just use gravel still. And really, I'm not going to invest any more time into this. This is just purely for fun. Yep, so see ya.